Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know.
Oh, did she?
Hi guys, and welcome back to another super kawaii desu kawaii? No, I don't know. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Calibrate Gamer. Today I am back in Doki Doki Literature Club. Just as a reminder, warning, this game is not meant for anyone under the age of 13. It looks like a super cutesy anime dating simulator, but it does deal with the topics of suicide as well as the topics of self-harm. So if you are, if you have issues with those topics in any form of the word, or if you are 13 or younger, please do not watch these episodes. I promise I will keep having Super Mario Odyssey episodes being posted, as well as I will get back to recording different games. This was requested of me, and I'm going to blurp, beep, etc. Like, I'm going to censor, but even still, please, please, please don't watch if you're under that age, and if you deal with if you struggle, you know what I mean. Thank you so much for being understanding as well as respectful.
Wait, Sayori.
Huh? Me?
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. She's so cute!
I need to be quiet.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Huh? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
It's the Necronomicon. I thought you might enjoy it. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want it.
Alright. Yep, good girl. Best girl. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute, right? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression, like she is waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in a closet. Okay, really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I'd feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. I just wanted to see what the music change was, because I'm like, what? What's happening here? Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I couldn't help but stare at you. What? How's the book? I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them.
Ah, right. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri hasn't told me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about anyway? By the way, I just picked this voice that, yeah, what's it about? Not because, like, I want to be cool or whatever, just because, like, it was my narrative, like, this is how this male character speaks kind of voice, not like it's a Caleb kind of voice, So I apologize. I just realized how stupid it might sound. What's it about anyway?
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans your eyes over the back.
the book is titled Portrait of Markov.
I did not hear her. Oh, hi, Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Bill Cipher.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. Oh, I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
Alright. I just want to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life begins to start to fall apart.
It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Caleb?
Oh no, I talk about a lot of things in my poem. Horror, fear,
Lust? I wasn't expecting that. I did not choose that for Yuri. I did not choose that for any specific girl. I just wanted to see what girl would react to that word in the last episode. And threw me for a loop. No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. No, I didn't. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kinds of stories...
Sorry, I just realized my thing.
They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then.
She's kind of like me. I ramble non-stop when I'm passionate about things, so I understand, Yuri. Don't worry about it.
But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much.
I don't really think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Passion! Yeah, I love passion. Love being passionate. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
She's so cute! Well, that's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. Oh, what does it have at the beginning that she doesn't want me to see? I quickly retrieve the book and run out of the room, reading through the pages as quickly as I can. Kill Caleb! Kill Caleb! Is all the book says. See me. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Man, I'm just on the ball. I'm just like sliding into her DMs. DM, of course, meaning Doki manga.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. Why? Does my manly voice and physique startle you? Oh, Yuri, you have nothing to worry about. I can't take myself seriously. And y'all didn't even see that because of the microphone thing got popped up.
That's... I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. God aboard! I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? My dad used to get so mad at me for apologizing. I would, I'd go to, he'd like try to teach me how to play baseball or something, and conversation. He'd try to teach. I'm drinking water. Oh, just poured water all over my phone. That's not good. My dad would be like trying to teach me how to play baseball or something, and I'd be bad at it. So I'd be like, sorry. He's like, stop saying sorry. I'm like, sorry. So I fully understand that, Yuri.
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry.
I knew it.
I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Oh! I'm gonna think of some tips for this guy! I already have a girlfriend and I am happily, with her, and I'm gonna use these tips on her!
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Shoulders, you say? It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess this makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Oh, you're so cute! Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same thing with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth at Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
She's looking directly at me.
To turn the page.
Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I could do. Since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but will you marry me? The main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she's also kind of second guesses all the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a second.
But Caleb.
That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess it more meant that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone.
Don't know where my voice went just then.
Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other.
Oh.
We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri itself spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Slam! I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
Bad answer. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah, I picked a bunch of words like horror and depression and lust and, just sort of abstract poem, if you will. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration, since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't we find someone to share with?
Oh, we're sharing poems? That's awful.
I can't wait!
Yuri and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Yuri's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? I want to show my poem to Yuri. That's the whole point of it. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
Huh? What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me!
Really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Huh. Oh, it's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that.
I'm sorry.
I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize as new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes to practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though.
Biased how?
She hates your guts, so, well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if this is a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. Bat bathing. It must be this one.
The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air in the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. That's really cool.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Did the game notice that? Or like... well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Huh? That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Caleb.
I picked up on that, you idiot. Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. I'm a moron! Die! That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too.
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Caleb.
Oh, you're so cute, okay. Me too, I didn't mean to go... the best for me, gross. Cooties, ew. Who should I show my poem to next? I gotta show him the other ones. Might as well get the worst one out of the way. She didn't like a single word of my poem, like one word, so...
Caleb, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home.
What? Harsh.
What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. I'll start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it.
Yeah.
Painful to think about?
Yeah. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid.
Eagles can fly. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Interesting.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand. But the other
nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. Decided to humor her with that last comment. Don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna give it to Sayori next. I can do no wrong in Sayori's eyes.
This is a good poem, Caleb. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course.
It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. You'd have to be some kind of idiot to do that.
I love writing poems. I don't do it in my spare time as often as I used to when I was younger, but I do love writing poems.
That's why you impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm just really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room? Yeah, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't really mean I break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Caleb. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do.
Trying it for cute girls don't hurt neither. Thanks, Sayori. Not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be part of my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you that then.
Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Bravo! Bravo! Bravissimo! Oh, that was, the way you mentioned the breakfast at the end. It was a masterpiece!
I really did like the poem. In the end, it kind of got me. Sayori, it's just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean.
Yeah.
I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean it to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Pats her head. That you did. Even though you were late for school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
That was so much fun. Monika's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it.
And now for Miss Monika.
Hi, Caleb. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Hey, I actually have this idea where, we read books in kind of a puddle, kind of a pile, if you were. I'll lay down here, and you ladies can lay all around me. I feel like I started doing like a Kevin voice from The Office. It just doesn't add up. I can't do it right now. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off with just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Same.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Caleb. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. And Monika, my poem.
Great job, Caleb. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. Amen, brother! This guy is creepy and a little pervy, but besides that, he's basically me.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right?
Oh, does she?
Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Oh, don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but always be happy to find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Amen! Amen! This game, besides the fact that I'm waiting on the creepy, crawly horror part, is the fact that I connect so well with so much of this. Fake it till you make it is 100%. If someone meets me out in the public, and not like one of you guys, that's not what I'm like one of my adoring fans, although I have a story at the start of the next episode, so stay tuned. But if I just like have to talk to random people, I can, but it also is like a huge form of social anxiety. I'm a communications major. Literally, my job will be to talk to people, and I will do it wholeheartedly. Like when I put my mind to a job, I get it done. But that being said, like I need to stop saying that being said. But it's still gonna mess with my social anxiety, and you just fake it till you make it, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in.
So, what do you think?
It's a very freeform. That's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
Yeah, what was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if you know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. I've been influencing my poems a bit.
Oh, an epiphany!
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Who are you talking to? Were you talking to my YouTube follower friends? I don't know anymore, so I'm going to end this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Phew. Hope you've enjoyed. Like and comment down below if you want to see more. Hit the little bell icon if you want to subscribe to stay calibrated. And until the next time, I'll see you on the next episode. I'm going to remind myself to tell the story of someone randomly meeting me out and about. It was actually kind of cool. So, yeah. Bye, guys!